Let's do a little check. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Okay. Okay, we'll start your phone, Phil.
You know what? I bring a present for this recording.
Nice.
This is the best muffin in Tim Hortons.
Aw,
You
for me?
should try. Yeah.
You got it for me?
Yeah, it's hazelnut chocolate.
Thank you, dude.
This is so good. You can have it now.
Oh, I'll have a bite.
Yeah, this is so good.
Aw, thank you, dude. I owe you back.
Am I the best guest?
Already, yeah. Okay. Hello, welcome to another episode of the EJB talk show. Today I have a very special guest, jazz vocalist, and also foremostly a percussionist, Nikki Huang. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Today's there's sunshine outside, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, very snowy though.
Yeah.
Very crazy day. But what did you get up to today?
I went to a wind ensemble rehearsal, and there's a clarinist. It's so good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good stuff, dude. So this is your first year here. You're a first year master's student here. How have you liked it at U of T so far?
I actually like the pace here because everybody is like so proactive, and people surrounding you keep pushing you.
Right.
Because we have the ensemble concert, and we have like wind ensemble rehearsal. So it's like everything is happening at the same time.
Was it not like that for you before?
No.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, we are pretty chill before. So that's actually why I find something to do before, because we don't really spend that much time on ensemble thing before.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you went to the Taipei Conservatory, is that right?
Taipei University of Art.
Right. And how did you like it there?
It's
Like-
pretty good. It's in the mountain.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And it's like a resort.
Yeah.
Yeah. The air is good, the view is good. And yeah, I like that environment.
So when you were there, like how do you compare, like your teacher there compared? Like how did you enjoy your teacher?
Compare the
Yeah.
you mean having the lesson with my teacher?
Yeah. Like how was your teacher back home?
We don't have that much lesson before because
Really?
I think our professor gave us any space to do your stuff.
Interesting.
Yes, so like here is more pushing you to have every
Wow.
lesson like
Yeah.
2 weeks or 1
Because
week.
it's even, I feel always very pushed, and I'm just undergrad, you know.
Yes.
So it's like that's very interesting though.
Yes.
So I wanna ask you, what would you say is your earliest musical memory?
Earliest.
Earliest.
musical.
Doesn't even have to be percussion or anything like that.
Like start studying music.
No, like the first time like music kind of spoke to you. It could be like you could be very young, you know.
Oh, got it. Oh, I think it's a song from my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a song in Chinese.
Okay.
And my sister and I don't go to sleep, and my mom always sing that song. And that song is
Really?
about if you don't go to sleep, there's the devil gonna find you.
So
Yes.
the first thing you remember is your song, your mom singing to
Yes,
you.
and that's horrible. That made me have a bad dream before.
Right.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That might be like one of my favorite answers to that question, actually. But when was the first time? What was the first time you played an instrument?
It's very young.
Yeah.
Because
was it piano?
my mom always think we have nothing to do, so she sent my sister and I to do everything.
Right.
Like dance.
You
and
dance?
and
Oh,
study
wow.
piano. And I actually studied in violin at the beginning.
First, how old
Yeah.
were you?
It's like 5 or 7.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty young.
That is pretty young. Well, I know some people who started like way earlier, but that is
Yeah.
like pretty young. And so from there, was like music something that interested you, or like was it like you were forced to kind of study violin?
I was forced.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Was-
Forced by my mom.
So when was the point that you were like interested and like you took an actual like joy in music?
I think it's when I in junior high school.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's my first time playing with a symphony.
And were you still playing violin?
No, I play in percussion.
So when
I only study violin for like 1 year.
Okay. So
because the teacher is horrible.
when did you start percussion then?
I started at 10.
10?
Or yeah, 12.
And how come you started percussion?
How? You mean?
Yeah, like what was the reason for you starting?
Because the violin teacher is horrible.
So automatically you're just like, I want percussion?
Yes, and I found out someone is playing percussion and it's fine because
Right.
because they can move.
Right, yeah.
when they play marimba. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first percussion instrument, was it like a keyboard? Was
Yeah,
it
it's marimba.
Wow.
And
So
it's pretty fun.
Since 10 years old. So automatically when you started those lessons, did you enjoy percussion already?
Yes.
Wow.
I
So-
think teacher is very important.
Yeah, you had a good teacher.
Yeah.
That's good. So when you first played in the symphony, like what was that like? Like
With the symphony.
yeah, like
That's
when you were
That's
younger.
a concerto piece by amielangonline.
And someone was playing the concerto. And
Yeah,
you were,
yeah.
You were playing percussion.
No, I'm playing concerto
Oh,
with a band.
was this? How old were you?
It's 15 years old.
You played
Yeah.
concerto already, and you're
Yeah.
wow.
So
Holy.
that time, I really enjoy at that stage.
Right.
And I just feel like, oh, this is something that I really like to do. Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, my audio cut for a bit. That's my bad.
That's
But it's
fine.
okay. I'll just get it from there. Okay, so you're saying
Yeah. Which part should I start?
what you like to do, like
Yeah, I
concertos,
really enjoy that stage.
Really?
Enjoying that stage.
like being like
experience.
soloist.
Yes.
Wow, that's really sick. So when automatically from there, did you know that you were gonna go to university for music already, or was that
Yeah.
also kind of like a toss up?
Yeah, because in Taiwan there's a music class. Like the whole class is, people in that class all study in music.
Right.
So, yeah, everybody go to the same school, the same high school, the same university.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So it's just like you have to keep going in the same path.
So everyone there was doing music already.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's so fun. So
Yeah.
I have some classmates in high school. We know each other at very young, like 7 years old. Yeah.
And you just were together the whole time.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's so fun.
So when was the point that like, well not when, but like how was it going into university for music? Did it feel like a shift of your common practice already, or did you feel like it was kind of more the same?
You mean
Like-
to here or back?
No, back home when you started like your first year.
Yeah, that was very different because in high school, I think my teacher always told me to practice,
Mhm.
but in the university I went before, they are more like about thinking what you're actually doing, and
Really?
because in our university we have different departments like dance and theater.
It's the overall arts. Oh, because it's a conservative.
Yeah.
right?
So we have the chance to work with different field of art. So
Okay.
I feel like I discovered many different things from
So-
the music aspect.
So
Yeah.
did you like do other artistic like stuff and disciplines when you were there? Like did you do like dance there too?
Yes.
Wow. Like so like while you were like taking percussion and stuff like that,
Yes.
you were like dancing.
That's
as
pretty
well.
fun. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. So so I'm like blanking. It's been a long day, but I do want to do this interview very badly. So when was the point when you wanted to? Oh, that's how all the questions start. But how like did you want to go into your masters for music? Like, why did you think you want to go?
Come here. I mean,
Just in general, like do further studies. Like,
when
did you think you needed to?
yes, I
Yeah.
think I need it. I also think study abroad is always my dream
Oh, okay.
since I was really young.
Right.
Yes, and I feel like want to learn another language better.
Were you not speaking English much? You weren't speaking much English
before?
No, yeah.
No. I'm not like Beavis and White. You know, they study in the international school, so they all speak English back in their country.
Really? I didn't know that.
We didn't.
So you're always speaking Mandarin.
Yes.
Right.
So it's kind of a hard time that when I came here at the beginning,
right.
and I just feel like I cannot understand.
Oh man. Was it like a huge shift for you?
Yes.
And it's like the first time, like, were you living with your family when you were in Taiwan?
Yeah.
For university?
When in university, no.
No, okay.
I live by myself.
Alright,
Yeah.
so, but like, this is a completely different continent.
Yes, and I live by myself.
Oh man.
Also, by no. Yeah. But
So how come you chose to come to Toronto?
it's a cool story.
It's a good story.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear it.
It's the first time I saw a video from Ayun on the YouTube, and it's the one she played the bass drum.
Okay.
And I feel like, oh, it's something I think it's cool, and
Right.
I just get the search of Professor Nikki Huang.
Right.
Yeah, and I found out there are many things happening here,
Okay.
and I also found a tape here that yeah.
And you're involved with
Yeah.
Okay.
And I saw the YouTube video. I feel like, oh, this is something that I really want to do.
Right.
Yes, and I applied for. I just started preparing to apply for this school.
Right. Did
Yeah.
you apply anywhere else or not?
Actually, not.
Really?
Also, I told them when I auditioned.
You told like.
Yeah. They asked me. They asked me like.
And it was, I assume, a Zoom audition.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
They just asked, oh, did you apply to other? And
You were just like no.
and my English is worse than
Oh,
now.
no.
Yeah. So I just told them, no, I only apply for here.
Yeah. Well, that's an honest answer.
They laughed.
Aw.
Yeah. That's
Well, I
so
mean,
fun.
like, yeah, like, so your mindset was basically like, if I don't get into this school, I'm not gonna do a master's this year.
I will
essentially.
not going to study abroad.
Right.
Actually, yeah.
Would you just keep playing marimba in Taiwan?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, because I had a gap year actually before I come here.
Right.
So I should study in my second semester now of my year.
Right.
Yeah. So at that gap year, I just went to many jazz.
Yeah. So
gig.
what was
Yeah.
that like? Cause so
was fun.
you started jazz vocal.
Yeah.
Right. So how come you got that start?
Because one of my friends is a really good jazz vibraphonist.
Okay.
Yeah. And I feel like when someone's starting doing this, it will affect people around.
Right.
Yeah.
So how come it wasn't vibraphone for you? Because you were already playing. You already knew how to play vibraphone, right?
Yeah. Maybe because he's too great.
So it was just like I will sing along. That's
No,
what you
but
were like.
I like to sing all the
Okay.
time. Yes. So sometimes he just play the tune and I sing with him.
Right.
So it's kind of fun. Yeah.
Do you take lessons at all, or you just learn yourself?
I start taking lesson
Last
when
year.
I come here.
for
yeah.
jazz. Vocal.
Yeah.
So you just did a whole year of just singing, but no formal training.
Yeah.
essentially. Wow. And how was, like, since coming here, I know you've done some gigs and you've shown yourself around singing. Like, how has the jazz community treated you
Here,
in
from
Toronto? Yeah.
I feel like it's that's actually not a gig for me.
Yeah.
That's actually jam session.
Right.
Yeah, but that's so cool. I like that experience.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just step on the stage and just sing something, and I that's unforgettable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people here is treating me very well.
That's awesome.
So, like,
Are you
yeah.
gonna keep doing like jazz vocal stuff
Yeah,
this year too?
I also gonna have a recording next
Wow.
month. Yeah,
Okay.
because I met someone from the jazz department. He's working on his original song.
Right.
Yeah, so that's a cool thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you find it kind of difficult to balance doing that stuff and the practice that happens here, because like you learn so much rep in a year, and on top of that, like you competed in the concerto competition, which I'll talk about soon. But how do you find it? There's a hard balance with you doing this extracurricular, like extra jazz stuff, but you're also doing this hard lessons with IU. Like, what do you feel?
I feel like I have to manage the time to do it.
Right.
Like, I always put my jazz practice after 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Yes. So people is not around. And I always stay in 046. It's the room we put our stuff inside. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and everybody's saying like, "Oh, that's Nikki's room now."
do they know you practice singing there?
No, I practice by.
Oh, okay. So you're still doing
and
that.
also singing there.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of. I will know that it's 10 o'clock. I should do some jazz now. Just it's kind of a routine now.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, recently you were a finalist for the UTSO Concerto competition. Congratulations,
Thank
by the
you.
way. And also you've performed a concerto when you were 15, and I think I saw a video of you doing concerto, like, or you told me too, like from like 3 years ago, 2 years ago. So what is it like for you? Like, how do you personally prepare to like enter competitions for concertos?
Yeah. Maybe we should wait.
No, it's okay.
Okay,
Just
that's
keep
okay. Okay. Prepare. I just prepare like as usual when I prepare for a piece, and I usually learn the piano part at the end of the process of learning that piece.
What do you mean you learn the piano part?
Like really know what's happening with the piano
okay.
part.
So you don't kind of do it all at once.
No,
one step
I
at a time.
cannot do that. Yeah,
Right.
I have to like really learn my part at the beginning, and after that, I can learn what piano's happening.
Right.
Yeah, so I will gonna have that time to focus on the piano part. Then after that I will do it with the pianist.
Right.
Yeah.
And in terms of like mental preparation, right? Like how does it compare, going in the competition with that jury panel? And like, cause that definitely compares differently with just performing solo without the sense of competition.
Yeah.
Right. So what goes through your head for that?
Yeah, I feel like because there's a pianist with you, so it's not that horrible
Really?
than to be a soloist on the stage. Yeah, and I remember the last weekend I went to the competition.
Right.
Before I step on the stage, I told someone that I don't want to be a performer in my next life. Like
Really?
yeah,
Like,
it's
you said that.
Yeah, I said that, and I didn't have that conscious of speaking this out. Yeah, but I feel like after the competition, I feel like why I say that is because I don't like that process of waiting.
Right.
Yes, but I really enjoy
waiting to play or waiting for results.
waiting to play.
Okay.
And
yeah,
also waiting.
I feel the same about waiting to play.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's the most like, pressure.
Do you feel like you have? Would you say that you have performance anxiety?
I have. Everybody have that.
Yeah.
It depends
on the person, but like, okay, how would you rate your performance anxiety then? Do you think it's bad or?
It's pretty bad. Like every time when I have a performance, before I have a performance, I feel like I'm alone. I'm so alone.
Alone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like everyone passing you, it's not related to you. And I feel really alone. I don't know why, but that's one of my anxiety.
Right.
But after after I start playing, I just feel like nothing.
How how do you manage with that anxiety in your head and like that performance anxiety when, like, before you go up and play, like with that time being, how do you keep yourself cool, or are you not cool? Are you just like flipping your shit the whole time?
Yeah, that's a good question. I heard a theory before.
Okay.
When you act like something, you can persuade yourself like something. Like if you act like you are not nervous, you smile to the audience,
they'll have no clue.
Yeah, you smile to the audience, and when they giving you some reply, you will know that something is affecting you, and you are not nervous at all. Yeah. So every time I walk on the stage, I just tell me, oh, it's nothing, and
Right.
just like be an actor.
Right.
Just pretend you are not nervous. Just pretend.
And that you're like, you know everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just act like you are not nervous.
And you do that every time.
Yeah. Just act.
I'm just curious now. I wasn't thinking of this question before, but that concerto you did 2 years ago? Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah. Were you more nervous to perform for that, or were you more nervous to perform for the competition here? What do you feel?
I feel like I'm more nervous here
Why is that?
because people here is new, and the judge is new to me, and
Are you?
oh
Was
yeah,
she-
Iron is
Yeah.
is the most nervous person to make me feel, yeah, yeah. But and also because of my piece, it's about a Chinese story, and I kind of like worry about if this story can move the people here.
Right.
Actually, I have too much thoughts. Yeah, so that's one of my nervous part.
Right.
Yeah, but I think I got good feedback.
Okay.
So it's good. Yeah.
Right. Let's fix the camera. I'm actually. Let me just do that. I've
Oh,
never had to do
sorry.
that. No, it's not you. It's not you. Okay.
You're good. We
we
are
are-
having a different background today.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, different. This is the first one with this background. A lot of chairs taken today,
Yeah.
but I'm actually really enjoying this episode. I didn't think we'd be talking about this really, but
Yeah.
I do have more questions about it actually. So, do you? What do I want to ask here?
Just ask.
Yeah.
That's okay.
do you feel like, so when you say that in another life, you like in your next life you don't want to be a performer, is that kind of why? Well, not why. Is that because like, are you like sick of that feeling?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty sick.
That's interesting.
Yes.
I feel the same too. Like, but actually, before I say stuff, I want to ask like, but regardless of that feeling, is it still like worth it? Like, do you still love performing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the experience every time. Like before the stage, you don't want anything. Like you
Right.
don't care anything. You just want to finish it. But when you finish it, you always think it worth. So
Right.
that's why we are keep doing things.
Right. Have you had bad like? What was the?
Is this an interview?
Yeah.
Sorry. Tickets tonight for Kerner Hall?
Sorry.
Tickets tonight for Kerner Hall, are you free?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. So sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you so
No,
much.
good.
We appreciate it.
This is the funniest episode.
Do you want ticket for
It's
Corner
so
Hall
good.
tonight? What concert is it? Oh my god, that ticket must be expensive. We should take it and sell it.
I'm recording tonight. And I do, yeah. So.
I have practiced this.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, do you back to what we were saying? Like, do you still feel like it's like worth? Okay, wait, no, that's not what I was asking. I was asking, have you had a moment where you think like that, right? You think like you act like you know your stuff, and that you're confident. But have you had like a bad performance come out of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so what was that like?
Actually, every time after I'm having a performance, I always think there's
It was
something
bad.
is bad.
You're very critical of yourself.
Yeah.
I think everyone's very critical of themselves.
Yeah, but there's one time it's really bad, but
Right.
not that like suck. It's bad because I stuck my mullets in marimba.
Oh no!
Yeah,
During the piece.
during the performance,
No.
and I just cannot push it out.
And is this like an actual performance?
Yes,
Like,
but
oh, wow.
I remember that experience so deeply. It's because I feel like I control that situation
Right.
because I keep playing with my left hand, and so the situation is like this.
Right.
But after that, I'm really sad.
Mhm.
But in my comments from the judge, someone just write, I really like the
Recovery.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's sometimes it's a process that make people
Yeah.
remember you.
Right.
Sometimes, yeah, because if you can manage it, yeah, it's better than playing a good
Right.
performance. Sometimes I feel like that. Yeah.
Are moments like that, but not necessarily that, but other negative
Yeah.
moments that you've had as performing, are they what kind of scares you the most before a new performance? Like, do you always think about, like, the worst, like when you have those negative emotions, right?
Yeah.
Like the anxiety before performing, which is not negative, actually, though, because it's like, it means you care,
Mhm.
but the feeling is negative, you know?
Yeah.
And what triggers that anxiety? Do you think about all the bad performances
Yes,
before? That's
all the
that you
time.
think? Wow,
Yeah.
that's
So
interesting.
when you think about which part is gonna happening bad, it will gonna happen bad
Right,
all the time. So if you don't think about it,
right.
you just thinking nothing.
And
It will gonna be better, in
it's-
my experience.
it's easy for you to just like let go of those thoughts already.
Yeah.
Really,
Do you have that kind of anxiety?
It's hard for me. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Every time.
Do you think about that thing?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think generally.
So what? Oh, I'm interviewing.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. This is like an actual
Like
conversation.
which thing you think is the worst thing happen
The worst thing like that happened to me before,
No,
or that
like-
could happen.
in your mind? What is the worst thing you think one performance gonna happen in?
So this is like for me, like
Yeah.
if I'm about to perform, the worst things I think could happen is that I think either I hit a wrong note and really can't come back from it, and just like I just completely. Or okay, do you know those moments when you have lessons? Or I'm not sure if this happens to you, but for me, I'll have a lesson, and I'm so in my head and nervous during the lesson that I can't play the piece. Like my hands just don't work, and I'm not playing the right notes at all. And since it's in a lesson, it's like it's fine, but like I'm scared something like that will happen on stage essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But-
that's what's happening.
Usually, when something happened before the performance, it will not gonna happen during the
Usually,
performance.
yeah, that's actually
So
true.
it's
yeah.
good to happen before the performance.
That's true. Yeah, that's why. Do you remember for the first percussion ensemble, like
Yeah.
Rain Tree?
Yeah.
Like I don't think I've been that nervous for something in a while.
Really?
That was very nerve wracking for me because it's a very famous
But that one is
contemporary.
good. Yeah.
It was alright. Like Kelsey was very good, and we had like the performance mishaps, like her reels. Do you know it's like her reels were
Okay, yeah.
messed up, right? But like we performed it really well before, but I knew that for that one I knew how to come back from some mistakes that I was gonna make.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I was very nervous for that.
Yeah.
But you know we're good.
Yeah, you are
Yeah.
good.
So I'm gonna start like finishing this, but I want to ask you, what are some personal goals you have for yourself musically for until now to the end of the year?
I want to come to more place to perform.
What do you mean?
Like to go to more place to perform my music.
Oh, just find
Yeah.
more places.
So
Is
yeah,
that like jazz or just like also anything for you to play music?
both?
essentially?
I
Wow.
I really want to bring my contralto piece to more places.
There's a lot of competitions around. You should do that.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
That's gonna be
Yeah,
awesome.
I think there are many in US.
There are many here too.
Yeah.
I think, but like some deadlines have already passed. It's like
Yeah,
the worst time of the year
in
to,
December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really hope. Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. I hope the best for you for that, Nikki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
yeah. This is the end of the episode. Sorry that overall I was very awkward.
No.
I haven't done it in a while. I haven't warmed up since the last
That's
episode.
fine.
It's been like 5 days since I recorded the last one, but I had a lot of fun recording this with you. And
Me too.
yeah, check out Nikki. Her Instagram is down below. She's amazing. And another episode of the EJB Talk Show done.
I wore this for this.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
You're crazy.
And we also have a background music today.
Yeah, background music, and then someone asked me about Kurt Hall. I'm not gonna edit that out. That's very funny. Yeah, it's gonna be so good. Yeah.
We should record his face. Are you doing an interview?
No, that's so crazy.
It's so fun.